I went to the Wayback machine. Let me load this quick so you're not just looking at a blank screen. But I went to the Wayback machine and went to Titletown Net site and downloaded pretty much every SWF file that was on there. Just counting on you. And I got my advertisement here, right? So, or my website, my old website. Like, well, actually, that's, So I guess I refreshed this game at some point because I pulled it from the Titletown Net Wayback machine. But when I was in Marinette with Matthew, once I moved to Marinette, like Titletown Net didn't make any sense. So we were there for a few years. But anyway, I'll stop yabbering. You might notice instead of a boring triangle, there's this cute little fly with a machine gun. His little wings are kind of going bitter, batter, bitter. It's more calming, like what's the word I'm looking for? Ambient background music. So again, actually, this game started out that triangle game, and it'll come up as I look through some of my other work samples. But it started out as a triangle, but you would shoot Republican elephants, and as that little, like the logo, right? Not actual, but the logo. And as they would explode when you hit them, I think for a while I had, when they exploded, the Howard Dean noise. It was around these times, like 2008, I think, was when John Kerry was running, and that's the year that Howard Dean was running. I think that's how that went down. Oh, I got my extra life. Whoa. I'm gonna need it, obviously. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Woo! Viva la resistance! Okay, so we've seen this before, too. So that's fun. We turn the music off. So let's see what else we got in here. Yeah. Mama cat there. So let's see what we got here. So I remember, like, each of these buttons, you'd have to, like, with the element within the Flash developing software, right? You'd have to, like, click, you'd have to click on the button and, like, go into a separate area and code the button. You wouldn't code the entirety of the website. You'd code right on the button, but it was very graphical. So it's like, if you're just coding, you're just coding, right? That makes a lot of sense, right? But in this particular development, how the Flash used to work, like, so you would have the button, it wouldn't look like this, but it looked almost kind of like Premiere, what I would do. So you imagine I'm putting like a video clip on something, and then like you click on the whatever, and you get this window that would open so that you'd code. So it was still programming, but it made it a bit more user-friendly and designer-friendly. So, and this was something, I think this took me a bit to figure out. You might notice the little speakers, so you have the sound off, obviously down. But I think in the last one you saw that I just had like on or off, but then I figured out how to do a slider. And I don't know if I ever figured out, oh, sure. So if you turn it off, it'll say mute. So I did figure that. I was wondering, like, does it still play if you're like, so 2004, I would have done this one. Mama. Picture of Briar right there. Oh yeah, and if you like hover over the light, it's just a stupid little thing, right? Country Roll Productions, that was a client. Water Blast, US Captioning Company. They were actually really big companies. It's like my first paid client, and it turned out pretty good. And it's just some print media samples. Cool. But see, this, I don't know why this one didn't save. I should be able to save this. Or maybe I can't. Well, if I get to the bottom code, it's got to be out there somewhere, right? Larry LaMalfa, I'm pretty sure that his brother lives in this building. I'm pretty sure. Photo, it's not even on here. I know it was on a past website, but not this one. It was a picture that like he had took. I think I was with Shane Michelson, and like I was like leaning on him, and I had a cigarette. It was a really cool professional picture. It was very punky though. Oh, look at that. Oh, 2006. Well, look at that. Oh, I better stop because I'm gonna. That's like a Mike Patton song. So if I let it keep going, I'm gonna have a little copyright thing. But I remember this one. This was like my own personal. See, this is back before, like, if you put a song or part of a song in one of your video games and then, like, tried to do a YouTube video, like, 2000, what was that, 2000, what did I say? 6? I don't know, like, about 20 years later, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'd like, uh, I wish the Wasteland site would still work. That would be like I checked to see if it was still on my server because like back in the day, this was a cool website because it like played the music and stuff. And imagine a rock and roll site with like flash and animated stuff and I don't remember. I don't think the fire was animated. Maybe some of it was. Look what I found in the Wayback Machine. This was a website that I did for Wasteland in 2006. There's Rockin' Joe Bailey. And there's a bunch of other dudes. I don't remember who all these dudes were. I remember that singer dude was kind of cute. So unfortunately, that doesn't click. The clicking doesn't do anything. Nor does that one. I think that some of these I had the text external and it didn't whatever. I can toggle the sound though, so that's kind of cool. But then it starts over. You can't just pause it. So I guess I wasn't really thinking then. But for 2006, for a band website, I don't remember if I charged them. Probably not, because it's Joe Bailey back in the day, right? Ah, it just brings me back. It just really brings me back. Some of this, it's just like it's nice to, just whatever. What was going on in 2009? I don't even remember. Nothing. Well, there was definitely stuff going on in 2009. I just don't know. There we go. I knew there was more. There's more than even this, right? I used to change my website so much. Oh yeah, with the I. It's supposed to be Titletown.net Interactive, but now it could be Titletown.net AI. Not that it would be Titletown anymore. Oh, there's the link for the game. A little clock on there. Huh. Oh, well, let's turn the music back on. Websites that kick major flat. I love the loading. You notice the loading is the cat. Well, it loads 100%. Back in the day, it would take a while for that progress bar to actually, The progress bars were a necessity because people get confused and think that the site wasn't going to load. Oh, different, like, ooh. (2006) best website. 2006. All right, let's take a look. It's Flash. Look at that. So I'll give you an idea there. curious. Well, just to give you an idea. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was here. The 4th has got a lot of activity on my website. Oh. See, Wendy. That's funny. Oh, I'm going to read this. Wendy is absolutely wonderful. She is resourceful, quick, efficient, and accommodating. She has been so giving and personal, and the fact is we've never even met face to face. Her personality and ambition shows in her work, and both are valuable and skilled. I am recommending her all over the place, and you should too, but not before you work with her for yourself. You'll see. So Sophia, and I found out like after I worked with her, we share a birthday. And the entire time I worked with her, I never cussed or anything. You know, I did the professional thing, and then I don't know how it happened, but I ended up having a more casual conversation with her, finding out we shared a birthday. I think even the same year, but I can't totally remember. But I know the same day, and swearing would have definitely been okay. So, the more you know. I think that's the only testimonial I set up on this site. Oh, look at that. Well, would you look at that? This was my website for Water Blast LLC. Before I did this website, they hired me as office manager. So I used to do all the office manager stuff. So all the accounts payable, receivable, blah, 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 answering phones. There's a lot, but I basically worked everything so efficiently, and the other stuff, the mechanical stuff they wanted me to, I wasn't good at that. So, but it was a nice first starter job, right? Hey, this actually, the buttons actually work and do stuff. So we can learn about the hot water units here. Ooh, fancy.
We're actually trying to get your body to heal itself.
Brings him to Aurora Sinai Medical Center.
Which room is it?
He's turning to orthopedic surgeon Dr. Ted Gertel for relief.
Are you ready? Go ahead.
The procedure is called platelet-rich plasma, or PRP.
So yeah. Peace, love, light, and kittens. I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Bye.